Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird of Blackbird's Brew. Happy Wednesday and welcome to Journey Through the Runes. This week we are looking at Oathila, the 7th of Tyr's 8 and the 23rd of the Elder Futhark. It represents property, social position, and ancestral origins. When I look at this rune, the shape reminds me a bit of a keyhole, and certainly Oathila does represent key aspects of our existence. Once that key is turned, it opens up possibilities for us to have a more secure situation in life, to be more grounded in a genuine sense of identity, and to be more properly connected to our roots. Like most things, turning the key in Oathila isn't an automatic process. First, we must acquire the proper key, figuratively speaking. And then, we've got to go to the effort to put it in the lock. And the lock that Oathila represents might be, a little bit sticky at first. But all worthwhile things do require effort. And what Oathila represents is no exception to that rule. One of the shades of meaning of Oathila has to do with what we inherit from our ancestry, from our physical characteristics, familiar culture, and the lands from which our families sprang. These are not things that we choose, they simply are. And these days, people genuinely struggle with the idea that not everything in reality is up to them or subject to their wishes or to their will. People reject these things as being unfair. But fairness has nothing to do with it, any more than any aspect of natural law has anything to do with human ideas of fairness. Reality can be arbitrary, at least from a human standpoint, because it is a function of nature, which has its own system, and it comes together in the way that it does, because otherwise it would all fall apart. It has to function the way that it does, and that means there are certain arbitrary things that are imposed upon us. And it is for us to conform to that order rather than to expect it to kowtow to whatever idea happens to be floating through our heads at any given time. Now, as per usual, when you have this rune appear in a spread, take other runes into account when interpreting Oathila. And let's talk about just three basic possibilities we might consider. Possibility one, you are being called upon to manage your resources wisely. How you use your property and your money, it really tells the story about what kind of person you are, which is something worth remembering when you're conducting business or even when you're just interacting with your community and family. Possibility two, there are home matters that require your attention. It may reflect practicalities that need to be properly attended to, or this may be about the manner in which you're raising your children and whether or not you're setting a good example for them to inherit as part of their legacy. And possibility three, that you need to ground yourself in your ancestry. Everyone who came before you, even people who you may not have agreed with, you may not have liked their religion or their politics or something else, but all of them were necessary for you to even come into existence. So demonstrate respect for that and live your life in a manner worthy of that work, because a lot of sacrifices were made just for us to be born. So that's what I have on Oathila. Next week, we will be talking about the rune Dagaz. So I hope you will be back for that. In the meantime, I would love to hear about your own experiences about interpreting this rune, thoughts that have occurred to you when you've meditated upon it, anything of that sort. Tell me all about it in the comments section, or come pay me and everybody else in the group a little visit at Blackbird's Brew on Gilded. There's a link in the description box to join us, as are the links to the social media and the work of other pagan content creators who are associated with Blackbird's Brew. So definitely check them out. But that will do it for now, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.